Every Valentine's Day, couples flocked to the little town on the edge of the river. They came for the flowers, the dinners, the candlelit walks through the cobblestone streets. But hidden just beyond the outskirts, past the last row of street lamps, there stood the ruins of an old carnival, rusted rides, tattered banners, and a Ferris wheel that hadn't moved in decades. Locals whispered about it, warning lovers never to venture too close on Valentine's night. They said the carnival waited for them, that it fed on devotion. I never believed those stories until the year I went there with my fiancé. We had argued that evening, bitter words spilling over dinner, the weight of wedding plans pressing on both of us. He suggested a walk, something to clear the air. We wandered too far, hand in hand through the frost-bitten streets, until we reached the edge of town. That was when we saw it. Colored lights flickering faintly in the distance, laughter echoing across the frozen fields. The carnival, alive again, shimmering like a memory stitched into the night. I should have run, but curiosity pulled us closer. Music drifted through the air, old waltzes played by an unseen band. Couples twirled across the cracked pavement, their faces blurred in the lantern glow, their movements graceful but too slow, too deliberate, like marionettes pulled on strings. When they turned, I saw them more clearly, their skin pale as wax, their lips frozen in permanent smiles. My fiancé squeezed my hand, whispering that it was just an act, a trick. But when one of the dancers brushed against me, her hand was cold, stiff, and left behind a smear of ash across my skin. We tried to leave, but the midway stretched endlessly, every turn leading us deeper. Games booths stood stocked with prizes, though the stuffed animals' glassy eyes followed us as we passed. The carousel spun slowly, the horses grinning with chipped teeth, their saddles slick with something dark. And above it all, the Ferris wheel creaked into motion for the first time in decades, its rusted frame shrieking against the night. A man in a tattered ringmaster's coat appeared then, bowing low before us. His face was hidden in shadow, but his voice slid like honey. "Welcome, lovers," he said. "Every couple belongs here eventually, a place where devotion never ends. One ride, one dance, and eternity is yours." My fiancé tried to pull me away, but the ground beneath us shifted, the lights tightening into a cage. Couples surrounded us now, their hollow eyes fixed on us, their smiles stretching too wide. Hands reached out, pulling him toward the carousel, pulling me toward the Ferris wheel. I screamed for him, but his mouth opened in a silent cry, swallowed by the music that had grown deafening. The last thing I saw before the world went black was his hand slipping from mine, vanishing into the sea of pale-faced dancers. I don't know how long I've been here. The carnival doesn't end. The music never stops. I ride the Ferris wheel night after night, staring down at the carousel where he spins endlessly, his eyes dull, his lips frozen in a smile that isn't his own. The ringmaster walks between us, whispering promises of eternal love, eternal devotion, eternal captivity. And every Valentine's night, when the lights glow across the fields, new couples wander in. They laugh, they kiss, they hold hands, just as we did, never realizing that they are walking into forever. Because here, love never dies, it only dances until nothing human remains.